Boom, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video and thank you for coming back. So before we start this video, I just want to say we hit 200 subscribers. Not too sure if you guys can see it. So I just want to say a big thank you to all those 200 subscribers and hopefully many more to come. So besides that, today's video I'm going to be attempting to fill in the holes on my S2000. As some of you know, I've got 2 holes in my boot when I took off the badge. I wanted to do an emblem delete, so hopefully it goes well today and I can fill in those holes. And also while I'm at it, I'm going to actually be filling up the spoiler hole. For those who know, I used to run the J's Racing spoiler before I sold it, and to actually mount that you have to drill into the boot, and you know I don't have the spoiler anymore and I probably won't get one anytime soon. So I thought why not fill that up as well, while I'm going to attempt to fill in the emblem one as well. So here it is guys, my S2000 boot. As you can see over here, I took off the emblem and there are 2 holes which are visible, and you know I want to delete them and make it more of like a flush and cleaner look. There's a lot of opinion about this. Some people like it with the badge, some don't, but for me I gotta sway towards the side that has no badge. For me I reckon it's a more cleaner look, but that's just my opinion. Like I said before as well, I used to run the J's Racing spoiler on my actual boot, and to mount that spoiler you have to drill into the actual boot. So now there are holes and I don't even have the spoiler, so that is why I want to fill in these boot holes as well. So yeah, today we're going to attempt to fill in this hole with the fiberglass. This one's a bit harder as it's tighter space and this is right here. So hopefully I can take this off and I can get easy access to that. And then this one right here should be straight, simple, straight up as it's right there. All I've got to do is lay the fiberglass and it should be done. And then I just got to come back next time and fill it with Bondo. So right here I've actually got the stuff that you need for this simple job. So I actually went to my local super cheap auto and picked up this fiberglass repair kit. So it basically comes with everything you'll need, like the resin or the glue, some mixing cups, some fiberglass mat, and just other stuff like brushes. And over here I've got the car filler or car bondo, whatever you want to call it, if it's the same thing. So as you can see right here is a kit I got from super cheap auto. It's basically just a simple repair kit for little areas. So you got instructions here, you got your fiberglass mat, you got your resin right there, and then just got mixing cups and other stuff as well. Fuck, look who just pulled up, look who just pulled up. What an animal. Shit, straight after man, look who pulled up. Tape's champ. Oh, Tape's champ, huh? Infamous Tape's champ. Shit. Alright guys, so before I actually start mixing up the resin and applying the fiberglass, what I'm actually going to be doing, if it focuses, what I'm actually going to be doing is sanding down these holes so then it's a bit smoother and the fiberglass can bite into it. It's what you make it. Always try to give. Don't ever take it. Life is but a dream. It's what you make it. Always try to give. Don't ever take it. Life is but a dream. It's what you make it. Always try to give. Alright guys, so now that I've prepped the surface, the fiberglass is now ready to be laid on. And I'm not too sure how this actually works, so I'm going to leave the video that I'm going to be watching down below and you can massage yourself. But all I do know is you put a bit of this fiberglass resin and then you put a bit of this in, like you drop it in, you mix it all up and then you cut this fiberglass to size and then you dab the resin and the fiberglass on. Bro, what the fuck these two doing? Shit! Damn! But I like it though. Shit!
That's your inner cooler, bro.
Damn! Fuck. It's what you make. Alright guys, so now that I've mixed up the resin, I can now actually start painting the resin on and laying the fiberglass. Shit!
It's what you make it. Always try to give. Don't ever take it. I just wanna be. It's what you make it. Always try to give. Don't ever take it. I just wanna be. It's what you make it. Always try to give. Don't ever take it. I just wanna be. It's what you make it. Always.
Alright guys, so now the fiberglass is all laid up. I did about 2 layers and I'm just waiting for it to dry. So as you can see, right here, the fiberglass is on. It's a bit messy, but if it does a job, it does a job. And I ended up doing this, as you can see, so that's a bonus. And I can probably put Bondo on this one when it fully dries. So it was really tight in there. Had to squeeze my hands in, so I couldn't really use the tool it came with. I had to use my fingers, and yeah. Also over here is all complete as well. Alright guys, for the body fill I'm only going to be doing for the emblem, as that is easy access and it's basically really simple. Because for the boot, as you know, I have a little scuff here. That's why I wrapped it in vinyl. So to actually body fill these spoiler holes, I'll need to remove the wrap, which I don't really want to remove right now. Because you know, if I remove it all, you'll actually see the ugliness of my boot, which I did in another video. But yeah, so like I said, I can't really do much about this until I'm ready to spray the boot. Alright guys, so there it is. Look at my sick ass job. As you can see right there, I have filled in the holes. So I did a pretty sick job and I sanded it and it's feeling pretty even, so I guess the Bondo or the car filler doesn't have to really do much. So what I'm actually going to be doing now is actually mixing up the car filler and then we'll go from there. This is my first time mixing car filler, so I'm hoping it goes well, because if not, I'll probably have to restart this process and it might take a while. Hopefully I don't stuff this up. First time mixing, it's probably going to look nasty, but yeet. Currently going to do this and apply a lot of pressure. I'll go this way so you guys can see. Oh fuck, what the fuck? What the fuck? Hey, that's a good layer. Alright guys, so new day today and the fiberglass went well. So what I basically did last night was, before the sun went down, I quickly filled in the holes with the car filler, and now what I have to do is head back out, sand down the filler to try and make it even as possible. So I'm not too sure how well I've filled in the holes, so you know, I got to sand it down today, and if it doesn't work I can always reapply the car filler. So let's head out before it starts to rain. So here it is guys, that was my job from last night. A bit messy here, so I kind of stuffed that up because I'm not too sure how I'm gonna sand this off, because I don't really want to be sanding like a big patch because it will just look ugly. My main goal is just to sand this area. So yeah, I actually stuffed this up and I don't know how I'm gonna clean this up. So today's focus is to actually sand this and try and get it as smooth as possible. But I'm pretty sure I went too light, but it doesn't really matter because I can always add the car filler afterwards anyways. So let's get sanding. I'm going to start with about 80 grit, then about 140, and then 240. Alright guys, so everything is now done and it's all sanded. Check this out, look at that, I just sanded it and it's feeling hella smooth. I was surprised that I didn't actually like eat through the bonder because I didn't put a thick layer on, so I'm glad that it didn't take off everything and I had to restart. But look at that, it feels so smooth, and by eye level it looks pretty even, so I'm hoping that it's ready for paint next time and I don't have to come back next time and retouch it up. But besides that, the only downside is, like I said right here, I got the excess bonder or car filler. So apparently there is a way to get rid of this, which is to heat it up and then you can slowly start scraping it. So next time I have time, I'll use the heat gun and then try to scrape this off later. And if it doesn't work, then I guess I'll just come back and I'll sand the whole thing down, make it even. It might look ugly, but then it'll just motivate me to spray the boot more quicker. But besides that, everything went smooth and it's looking sick. If only you guys can feel it, it's hella smooth, and yeah, I think it's ready. Alright guys, so besides the ugliness of this, a lesson to be learned to clean up the excess ASAP so then it doesn't stick and dry up hard. Everything else went smooth and well. As you can see right here, the fiberglass is rock solid. But like I said, not the cleanest job, but next time I think I'll come back, sand it down to make it more neat. Hella sick as job, look at that, solid as, rock solid. One last look at this sick as but not neat job. Look at that, fuck. Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for the end of the emblem video or the boot hole delete video. Right now I'm gonna try something new, so if you're not interested in this, I guess you can feel free to click away. But if you're interested or you got nothing else to do, might as well stay. I'm thinking of, adding some gym stuff to the vlogs. So what I'm gonna do tonight is I'm gonna go gym and then I'll bring you guys along. So I think at the gym tonight we're gonna be hitting a bit of shoulders and back. So yeah, so it's still a bit far from gym. It's about an hour or two away still. So I'll catch you guys then, or when I prepare for gym.
2 hours later.
Alright guys, so it is now gym time and I'm about to head off, but first things first, gotta mix up my pre-workout, to get that little pump and get us ready for gym. Alright guys, we just got to the gym and let's head in and hit some shoulders and back. Hey mate, what's that?
What you stop my shoes?